Hi, welcome back. Now I'm going to show you the improvement plan for the information systems with more than 100 employees. I showed you before the results, and now I'm going to show you which processes are more recommendable for these organizations to be implemented. Starting in the governance, we recommend the definition of policies to establish standardization, measurement, control, and continuous improvement of OPM processes and review them regularly. This means that there should be implemented policies for all the processes to know how the organizations must put into practices the standardization, measurement, control, and improvement stages on their processes. Moving to the staff organizational project management with competent resources is also recommended. Establish project manager competency processes. Establish a strong sponsorship of the projects. Record project resource assignments. Know inter-project plan. Adhere to project management techniques and capture and share lessons learned. Moving on, educate to executives, facilitate project management development, provide project management training as a continuous training, integrate project management methodology with organizational processes, establish common project management framework, establish organizational project management policies, establish executive support, and educate stakeholders in OPM. Cultural diversity awareness is also recommended. Organizational business change management program. Establish an OPM structure. Adopt OPM structure. Institutionalize the OPM structure as well. Provide the OPM support office. Demonstrate competency in monitoring and controlling a project. Demonstrate leading competency and also in management competency as well. Also, again, the competency, demonstrate cognability ability. Estimate template tools established to use across the organizations. Project management information systems should also be implemented. Intellectual capital reuse and achieve strategic goals and objectives through the use of organizational project management. Moving on to the portfolio. Here we recommend some of the processes, the initial processes of the portfolio that you can see it on the standard. We start with standardize the portfolio, identification, categorization, evaluation, selection, and prioritization of the processes to enter in the portfolio. Also balance the portfolio and authorize the components as well as monitor business strategy changes into their portfolio. Now moving to the project area, we start with the initiation phase. On initiation phase we have the two processes. The main process, which is the project charter, the charter where it enters the initial reason of the project, why the organization should embrace the project. So the importance of this project recommends a full implementation with standardization, measure, control, and improve. And on the following process, the identification of stakeholders recommend the identification, the standardize. Here on the planning, now we recommend for the planning phase the standardize, measure, control, and improve for the main process, the develop project management plan. Also, the quality requirements is an important process for these organizations. We also recommend the full implementation of this one. And for the definition of scopes, we recommend the standardization and the improvement to finish the cycle again as on the two previous ones, as the measure and control was already achieved by these organizations. Also, to finish up the cycle, we recommend to improve the WBS, and for the same method, also to improve the project sequence activities. To finish also the project estimate activity resources, we recommend to standardize and improve. For the activity durations, we recommend to improve. For the developed schedule, also to improve. And to estimate the costs, we recommend to measure, control, and improve this process, also to finish the cycle. Again, for the determined budget, we already achieved before the standardization, and we now recommend to measure, control, and improve this process. For the plant quality, as I seen before, the quality was not taken too much in consideration by these organizations. We just recommend to standardize, and for the same one, to the develop human resource plan process, and again to plan communication and risk management, identification of the risks, analysis of the risk as qualitative and quantitative, and also for the project plan risk response. As the risk management area is not well implemented in these organizations, we recommend only to standardize the processes. And for the plant procurements, we already have seen a good result achieved by these organizations. As to finish up the cycle, we just recommend to improve the plant procurements process. Moving on to the executing, monitoring, control. Here we recommend the full implementation of the process, direct and managed project execution. We recommend to standardize the project perform quality assurance, standardize the project team processes related with acquisition, development, and management. To finish up the cycle of the process, project distribution information, we recommend to improve. So moving on to the next slide, continuing the executing, monitoring, controlling phase. For the stakeholder expectations, to manage them, we recommend to standardize this process. To finish up the cycle of the process, monitor and control project work, we recommend to improve. And for the verification of the scope, the standardization was already achieved, as it is very important to a scope being continuous reviewed. It's important the process to be measured, controlled, and improved. The control of the scope also should be close implemented, so we recommend to standardize, control, and improve as well. And for the project control schedule process, we recommend to standardize, as it's not so important as the others. For the quality control process, we recommend to standardize this process as well. Standardize the project report performance, as well as in control and improve, so closing of the cycle in this project as well. Standardize the project monitor and control the risks process, as for the same reason as I talked before about the risks management area. Now moving on to the last phase of the project, the closing phase. We have the two processes, the close project or phase process and the close procurements process. For the first one, we recommend the full implementation. As we've seen on the results presentation, we here at this process was achieved a low percentage, and as I said before, it was an important process and it should be implemented in full. So we recommend standardization, measure, control, and improve for this process. And for the close procurement is much better implemented with already standardization, measure, and improve phases of the stages implemented on these organizations. So we only recommend to control this process, which is the only stage that is not being implemented by these organizations. So with this, we finish our presentation. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.